As the year 2000 approaches, secular and religious observers are developing a consensus that major change on planet Earth are fast occurring and a new heavens and a new Earth is imminent. Recent events have shaken modern man's confidence on his capability to order the world and his society. New fears, as well as the perennial troubles in yesterday, still haunt statesmen and serious thinkers of today. Ideologies have come and gone, programs and a new heavens and a new earth one after another. 15-year master plans have been infinitely extended. New political parties and personalities have sounded their call. Yet, man and his modern cities face the same age-old problems: graft in government service, systematic injustice, poverty amidst plenty, rebellions and revolutions, garbage everywhere, vices and crimes in the centers of decency, eminent cardinals playing the political harlot, siding with one powerful man today, only to discard him tomorrow. Babel of voices prescribing 1,001 remedy, natural disasters following man-made catastrophes. The signs are here. The signs are very near, right at the tip of our noses. The metropolis is doomed. The countryside is ravaged. Their very own planet is endangered. To whom shall men turn in times like these? The scriptures, considered sacred by diverse religious traditions, converge in describing such times as ours. Time of great danger for man and his planet. Times for fundamental choices between catastrophe and a new way of living. Time for getting out of an old way of living, old way of ordering things, to a new relationship, a new perspective, a new lifestyle. Time of danger, yes, but also times of great opportunity. The choice before man and his planet is between cosmic catastrophe or a new way of living for the whole universe, to live in solidarity in a community with all living things, or to suffer death for all. Catastrophe or community. If one were to simplify the way things are, two pictures would adequately describe the choice before us now. The first is that the story of old, the story of the Tower of Babel. The other picture is the second story, the story of the Temple of Jerusalem, as painted in the prophet Ezekiel, in the book of Ezekiel, in the Christian Bible, or the story of the new heavens and new earth in the book of Revelation of Jesus Christ to John in the last book of the Bible. Similar pictures or parallel stories could be found in the literature of other religions and the writings of secular thinkers. As painted in the prophet Ezekiel in the book of living in planet Earth. One way is to live selfishly in active rebellion against God, talking his own language, striving and struggling to build to himself a tower that would reach the heavens, a tower that would make him renowned for the name and glory so that the whole earth would praise and exalt him. Self-reliance, struggle for pride of place, looking out for number one, to hell with the rest of the world, victory at all cost. The Tower of Babel is a monument to this lifestyle. Its results are for the whole earth to see. Dispersion of peoples, quarrels and warfare, destruction of the countryside. For the cities, violence, greed, crime, and diseases. The other way is to live seeking man's proper place in the whole universe, recognizing a higher power that owns all life forms, caring for the environment, caring for planet Earth, brother sun, and sister moon. Every time planet Earth is in such a crossroad, when the whole of mankind is reaping the fruits of old selfish lifestyle, when all seem lost, life always intervenes through new consciousness. Somehow life breaks through a new way of thinking in the life of a servant. The new consciousness seeks expressions. The word gets out. A call to repentance and change is made. This consciousness, this call for a changed heart, generates a movement, gains momentum, suffers resistance, evokes oppression, The lives of its proponents are sought by contrary spirits and contrary minds to be snuffed out. Yet the movement continues. Today, the consciousness has taken hold of many servants. A college of servants worldwide had answered a call to live a new way, a universal college made of diverse personalities and persuasions, but with only one message. Man must choose to live as part of creation. All life is holy. Biodiversity, take care of the environment. All is one planet, one mankind. But such ideas and spirits seek concrete expressions. If one were to live in a new way, what would be the forms of daily living? How will such communal life with all life forms be structured? What would be the features of such a society that embraces this viewpoint? Where will men of goodwill start? One indication of how we could start is shown in the book of Ezekiel and in the book of Revelation. This calls for a new settlement for the people of God today, a settlement that embodies the features for a lifestyle of giving and caring. It presupposes a man who has decided to take a new turn and have given up what was and decided to live anew. It presupposes an encounter with the spirit of life-giving, life-sharing so exemplified in the life of the man from Nazareth, Jesus the Christ. It presupposes a getting out from the system of the world and the gathering together of brothers in fellowship. This fellowship of brothers and sisters will get out of the worldly system and find a place in the planet Earth where they could live together as one family. This place would be a piece of territory owned by the community and managed by the community as stewards for life itself and for God, the source of all life. In this territory, two strips of land crossing each other will be declared a sanctuary, excluded from human use, left to fallow. There, the different fauna and flora will develop freely. There, the presence of the Most High will be felt as life is given freedom to diversify itself. The sanctuary is the sign and symbol that a higher power exists and rules planet Earth, and man is subject to that power and is the living focal point of that power. The sanctuary becomes the center of the new lifestyle. The rest of the property will be given out to the brothers and sisters for their use. No title to property will be made. The whole land belongs to all the people and the land belongs to God. The right to use will be given to the brothers and the sisters. Land will be used for 6 years. On the 7th year, the land will be left to fallow. Organic farming will be implemented with no artificial fertilizers. On the 7th year, the brothers and the sisters and their families will have a sabbatical journey for the whole year. A time for the rest and education and travel. A center for appropriate technology will be set up where appropriate technologies respecting life would be developed and shared. A processing zone will be declared by the community where the goods produced will be processed for use by the community, and the goods exceeding the needs of the community members will be traded outside. 1/10 of all produce will be given to the community through a college of servants. From these tithes, ministries and services answering the needs of this community will be organized, manned by the community members who shall be supported through the tithes. A piece of land will be set aside to be used for production. These produced goods will be for use of the settlement servant so that his family would not be supported from the treasury of the community. On the 7th day, a day of rest is celebrated. The community gathers by groups led by the elders and the community servant, celebrating life in all forms of expressions of the arts. A day for personal enrichment and sharing. 7 annual festivals celebrate the journey of the community wherein the community as a people of God gathers as one people. No temple or house of worship will be built. The whole settlement is itself a house of worship. A replica of the old temple of Jerusalem will be built as a memorial of the old covenant between God and his people. This outline of a settlement for the people of God today effectively addresses the major concerns of modern statesmen and faces squarely the issues of life today. It seeks expression. It seeks a servant. It seeks group of men, stout-hearted men, to live for and in it. Today, when you hear the life calling you, enter now unto the joy of the Lord.